out for a bracing walk in that awful wind. But at least there's no snow and ice this time. But we do like going out in the countryside and then coming back to a nice warm house with the fire roaring. That's what we're like for winter. Leisure boaters, 99.9% of us, our boats won't be in use during this awful weather. I don't get any enjoyment and Bernadette doesn't. We used to do when we was in our 30s and that, but these days, no chance. No, we'll wait for the nicer weather. But in this video, I thought, well, I always try to do a bit of a map for you to show where we are. And I forget all the things I've got. Narrowboating is not just about being on a narrowboat, turning the ignition key and travelling along. It's all the other bits I'm interested in as well, all the history. And I've got loads of books. I've got first editions from the 1940s. And like I said, this map's from 1950. And I look after them all. And I learn a lot of things from these books, what are not on the internet. So you do get a unique perspective. And I love it. I love boating as well, but as and when we don't have to, and we're lucky enough to have choices in, like I've said before. But that's it for now. We better tell you about the video. We're setting off from Market Drayton. Anybody who goes to Market Drayton on a boat, lucky enough, and you get into town, I've said it before, you must visit the Red Lion. It's Jules Brewery as well, that's on site, and Jules beers are absolutely stunning. So that's a recommendation for anybody. But we set off from there after a few nice nights, and we make our way along the usual stunning scenery, and because we know when to boat, no rain and wind for us, the weather was great again, and we end up approaching Adderley Locks. I'll go into Adderley Locks a bit in the next video, but for now I think I've said enough, and I think it's time for us to carry on with our next adventure, and we hope you enjoy watching. Another nice stay near Market Drayton this time. But very nice, but we've just been for water, got rid of the rubbish, done the toilet. All the things you do regularly. Hiya. Oh yes. If you look at the back here, just over there, I think it's houses or the offices. That used to be the warehouse and corn mill at Market Drayton. And a lot of what it's obviously listed, and it's everything stayed the same, so that's nice to see. Sometimes history is destroyed for far too quickly, and some beautiful buildings have been lost. I think there's a bit more thought about things these days. We don't go through many housing places on this canal, but soon we'll be out and about in the rural landscape again very soon. That's what the shop is about. This road bridge, well, it's just noisy all the time, not just in the day, it seems to be constant. And if you move just as we've come through there on the left, you can have quite a disturbed night's sleep. Some of the less boaty type people play narrowboat chicken at bridges. No idea why. There's no way I would try to race to a bridge before another boat. If it's shooting along at great speed in the narrowboat world to get through, I'll just stop in advance and let them through. I don't believe them who rush through and then they have a smack. That's the annoying part about boating. Some people don't have any respect for stuff like that. And even worse when they call it a contact sport to justify it. This is on a serious note what I'm just talking at the moment, because I know there's a lot of people who buy boats spend an absolute fortune on them, but it doesn't always work out like they think. I've said before, we were lucky enough, we've been boating a while and we got to know things about boats, got to know about build quality, the importance of a shell, etc. We know all that, but there's a lot of people who don't, and they can take in all what people are told, you know, what you're told by boat builders, and it's not always right. This is why I've always said, I know people gut a crick, but money wise you're spending a fortune if you go to look at a new boat, but at least have an idea what you're spending your money on. You know, don't be taken in by all the shiny boats. That's important, that, believe you me. You need to be at the boatyard without an appointment. I've said that before. And we do know, you know, well, we know quite a lot of good builders, but we know a lot of bad ones, and we can't name them because people's got these boats and it feels unfair. But a lot of people are just taken in by things. You know, they're a bit gullible. There's no doubt whatsoever. And other people have just been unlucky. I was just talking to a guy at the water point further back. He's not been boating long. He's absolutely gutted by everything. Because you do get some of these boat builders, they just like slam stuff at you, information. We are fantastic, we are brilliant, we've got great warranties, we are the best, it's the most brilliant boat you could ever imagine. You see all that? Ignore all that. You have to use a bit of common sense. This guy's bought a boat. The firm's been around a bit. They do share boats as well. And he's so disillusioned. and I can understand why he is. His boat's a couple of years old, rust appearing everywhere on the paintwork. Appalling, isn't it? You know, paintwork's expensive to get done, and if you've paid a lot of money. On top of that, there's problems with his engine, which has still not been rectified. The boat's been under warranty and been at the boat yard for a month. Things are still not rectified. And, which is really annoying as well, the engine, he had a problem with it, and he contacted the manufacturer and they said it was out of warranty. And it seems that this particular boatyard has had the engine just sitting there for quite a while, and the manufacturer actually came out to verify that it's been a newly installed engine on a boat. That's disgraceful. But that's what happens if you're not careful, and you can end up spending a fortune and the boat's not brilliant. You may think it is, but it's not. You can see, you know, we can, and I'll go back off to cruising in a second, but we, because of how long we've boated, we can see where the corners are cut, where they make things cheap, and look at top shore. Top shore is what sells a lot of boats, particularly the likes of Crick. That's not what you want to see. You want to see everything and turn up unannounced at a builder of your choice, and it'll be surprising what you see. That's just a bit of advice. If you're getting an older boat and not spending a lot of money, you can expect problems. But be very wary of what you're spending your hard-earned cash on, because in all honesty, it's a cottage industry, and there's some, should we say, cowboyish people around, to put it mildly. There's a fir sized tree in the water here, but it's not new. Well, it's not new to us. It was there when we was coming up this way. But we do, as always, you never know what's underneath. So we take the revs off so the propeller stops as we're gliding over. Because you never know. Better to be safe than sorry. Right, back in business again. Put a bit of power on and away we go. As we get to this bridge ahead, we'll be coming out of Betton Cutting. I do, yeah. Yeah, I do. We couldn't get near the side now. But I do. We did, yeah, moored up. We'd got wet all day, hadn't we? But we was brave and cooked haggis. That's it. So we're coming out of Betton Cutting now when we go through this bridge. Or Betton Wood, as some people prefer to call it. And I'm not going to mention the ghost. I've done that once, and so have many other people mentioned it. Back in the sunshine very soon. A classic canal scene. Got the bridge, the greenery, a boat moored up, and then boats travelling in either direction. I knew, yes. And then again, I might have got that wrong, because I think they've tied up on that boat.
What, do you mean in the middle?
They're tied up there. So it's not quite the classic scene I said.
I thought you were anxious then.
Right, okay. We're at the Adderley flight now. God, it doesn't seem 5 minutes since we were here. But if you notice, the towpath's now on that side. And at Bridge 67, which we went through, there was a, it wasn't too ornate, but a basic turnover bridge for the horses. So the towpath at Market Drayton was that way, and after Market Drayton it changed to that way. Right, we'll be in the first lock very soon. Well, that leisurely cruise has come to an end as we approach Adderley Locks, which we will talk about in more detail in the next video. But we hope you enjoyed watching this. You know, nice and relaxing in what I call narrowboat boating weather. The days of us cruising in the ice and the snow and the wind and the rain, you know, we've done that. We've done that over the years. My goodness, have we? But we'd never do it again. So I think that's it. We've come in. The fire's roaring. We've got a nice bottle of Amarone just near the fire, getting a nice room temperature, all open and ready for us. It's been breathing for the last probably last 2 hours while we've been out, and that's definitely on the agenda next. I do like a good Italian wine, I really do. Well, Bernadette does as well, not just me. But that's it for now. Like I say, I hope you've enjoyed watching it all, and even better if you come and join us on the next one as well. We try our best to keep regular videos. You know, with being leisure boaters, we've got a lot of other things going on in our life as well. But like I say, we try our best to put something decent together. You know, I don't want to throw out things what are not that good, you know, with loads of wind noise and you can't hear, and shaky cameras and all that. Because after all, it's our record as well to view in future years, and we look back on things what we've done over the last few years videoing. But I better stop talking now. I've got that wine to come. So stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in our next lovely little adventure. Ta-ra!